US President Donald Trump has said that US will retrieve Iran's stockpiles of highly enriched uranium and destroy it. Speaking to reporters at the Oval Office, Trump said that Washington will not let Tehran retain its enriched uranium. Trump also said that the US does not want any toll on the Strait of Hormuz, adding that Iran is losing close to $500 million a day as no ship has been able to get past the strait without United States approval.
There hasn't been a ship that's been able to get through without our approval. And the Navy has done an amazing job. And no ship is going to Iran, as you know. No ship is going to, or out of Iran without our approval. No, we get the highly enriched. We will get it. We don't need it. We don't want it. We'll probably destroy it after we get it, but we're not going to let them have it.
Well, Trump was also asked whether he plans to attend the wedding of his son this weekend, to which he responded that he'll try to make it, since the timing wasn't good as he's occupied with the war in Iran. Listen to this.
I'm in the midst. I said, this is not good timing for me. I have a thing called Iran and other things. That's one I can't win on. If I do attend, I get killed. If I don't attend, I get killed. By the fake news, of course, I'm talking about.
Well, separately, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has expressed optimism that Pakistan Army Chief Asim Munir's visit to Tehran will advance diplomacy on ending the war. Earlier this week, Pakistan's Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi, who is widely considered close to Asim Munir, he visited Iran. However, a report by Saudi-owned media outlet Al Arabiya says that Munir will not travel to Iran today.
But obviously, we're dealing with a system that itself is a little fractured. So the Iranian system, but that said, there'll be a couple visits. I understand, I believe the Pakistanis will be traveling to Tehran today, so hopefully that'll advance this further. The president's preference is to do a good deal. That's his preference. It's always been his preference.
Iranian media reports say that Munir's visit is aimed at continuing talks and consultations with Iranian authorities. The visit assumes significance as it follows Trump's warning that negotiations to end the war were on the borderline between a deal and renewed strikes. Meanwhile, a report by Al Arabiya says that a final draft of a US-Iran agreement has been reached, including an immediate ceasefire, freedom of navigation through the Strait of Hormuz, gradual sanctions relief and negotiations on outstanding issues. The report claims that the final draft agreement could be announced during Munir's visit. However, a senior Iranian official has told Reuters that talks are progressing, but no deal has been reached as of yet. Further, the Iranian source told Reuters that differences between Washington and Tehran have narrowed to Iran's enriched uranium and its control over the Strait of Hormuz. Meanwhile, in the United States, Republicans called off vote on Iran war resolution that was on the verge of passing. The resolution seeks to rein in Trump's military campaign in Iran, but as it became clear that Republicans would not have the numbers to defeat the bill, GOP leaders declined to hold a vote on it, inviting sharp criticism from the Democrats. And to give us more details, our correspondent Susan Tehrani has sent us this report from New York. Take a look.
President Trump is facing an unusual setback, resistance from inside his own Republican Party. A Senate vote on a massive immigration enforcement package, including tens of billions of dollars for ICE and deportation operations, has now been delayed after several Republicans objected to controversial additions to that bill. Those additions include a compensation fund for people claiming that they were unfairly and wrongfully targeted by the U.S. government, along with funding tied to a new White House ballroom project. The disagreement allegedly became so intense that senators left Washington without holding the vote, and Congress is now not expected to be back until after Memorial Day recess. The standoff highlights growing division inside President Trump's own party, even on immigration, something that's possibly his strongest political issue. At the same time, Republicans also pooled planned votes on efforts to block Trump's Iran war strategy, which was brought forward by the Democrats, with infighting on this major foreign policy issue as well. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.